What's going on, YouTube? It's the Green Shiz. Just doing some shipping. Wanted to do this little vlog style, just talk to you guys, see how things are going. Been pretty dang busy. Been keeping up with some uploads, but focusing a lot on getting things listed on eBay, and just focusing on myself, a lot of things. And it's been really fun. I've thoroughly actually been enjoying selling on eBay, which is probably rare for people to say, but I haven't been doing auctions, so it's been pretty cool. Basically all buy it now listings without offers as options, because I don't want to deal with the crap. If somebody's really interested, I'll entertain their messages and we'll talk about it, but besides that, I don't really care. It's been pretty good though. I'm definitely upgrading shortly to some type of different printer, because I currently got to print my crap on a piece of paper. I cut it out and then tape it. That's pretty old school, but it is getting old extremely quick. I don't ship daily, but I'm shipping probably, right now I'm averaging, 27 days through this month. I'd say 10 items a week, which is whatever. I think the average sale is over $100, so it's decent. And yeah, it's just tedious to, even though it's only 10 items or so. I've had more, I've had less. It is just a serious pain in the nuts to have to do that constantly, and just ripping it off a label will make my quality of life so much better. And it's about $200. I looked up one, so I'm really looking forward to that. I'm pretty sure it'll work perfectly with Pirate Ship. I use Pirate Ship for everything. I don't ship through eBay. I don't know why. It just looks confusing to me. Haven't taken the time to read everything, so I'd rather just continue down the road of my Pirate Ship and just keep doing that. So that's what I'm gonna do. So here I am printing a label. But besides that, I do have some submission returns coming back. SGC currently has a couple of mine. That's baking. I have a PSA return coming back. It's in the mail. I also have my purchase from Golden Auctions 2-ish weeks ago. Been waiting for this single card for a long time. It was multiple thousands of dollars, and it'll look very good in the collection, and it's one of my goals. So it's I'm working towards the goal. It's going pretty well. We'll definitely give an update when that comes in, and really looking forward to hopefully closing that out this year, that collection goal, which is PSA 9 first edition base. I have 10 of them now, and if the handful of one, I think 4 of the 6 I need are pretty cheap. Cheap ones being Polyrath. I can't even remember, but there's 4 of them are decently cheap, and then there's a couple bangers that I need still. So we'll see how that's going. I purchased another Zapdos for the first time in a long time on eBay, so I'm looking forward to showing that off when it shows up. Another PSA 10 vintage. I think it was like Pop 6. And it was like $120. So I saw this thing. Here I go with the scissors and my tape gun. Saw this thing listed on eBay. It was literally $120. I just did a buy it now. And it was, I'll tell you, it was Topps. It was a holographic Topps card. It wasn't Topps Chrome. People were asking insane money for Topps Chrome hollows. For PSA 10s, like astronomical, unrealistic. And that's I don't play like that. I don't play those games. So you need to sell me a card at a normal market price. There isn't much to see for PSA 10 sold on some Topps Chromes right now. It's been pretty quiet. They're definitely not really being listed on CGC that I've seen, or PWCC. So yeah, some people just don't know what they're doing, which is understandable. But yeah, so a couple collection items I picked up, which is pretty awesome. Excuse the loud noise. Um, really looking forward to those. Bought some more Yu-Gi-Oh cards. So it's been really fun this year. Not really discovering, but SGC has been pretty fun. Really hoping those CGC cards I cracked come back in a better grade than what I cracked them out as, because that would be a huge L. And I've already had a huge L from SGC this year, so I don't want another one. Maybe I'll grow the ball sometime this year to crack out the Lugia to submit it to SGC. Maybe depending on how these Expedition Reverse Hollows show up, but I guess we'll see how those go. That'll be a big getting those first cards back from SGC. So getting those cards I cracked out back from SGC will give me a big idea as to what I can expect grading wise, because I like knowing what I'm going to get on my cards. I don't like guesstimating. I like sending cards that are going to get me 9s or 10s. And obviously CGC for non-hollow cards only assigns 8.5s for surface. Doesn't matter what it is. And even if it came out of the same pack as a holographic card, it blows my mind. So, God love them. It is what it is. Grading companies are going to do what grading companies do. But a very interesting thing, and I'm going to, maybe I won't do a full video. I'll just talk about it right now. WATA, CGC, PSA. As everybody knows, CGC is like the grading company for comic books, and there barely exists any 10s. Everybody accepts they have the awesome scale, which is like above a 9.0, you can get like a 9.2, a 9.4, a 9.6, 9.8. I believe it's the same. It is. I believe that's the same at CGC, but I know that's the grading scale for WATA. But I believe CGC operates the same way. They don't do the 9.0, 9.5, 10. They do have those lower tier grades, which just thinking about it out loud, it's really interesting to me that they can, like a WATA, a 9.4 is a really good grade. And a 9.8 A++ is like the cream of the crop. Not a 10, which is interesting because you can get 10s. People just don't expect them ever unless it's very, very modern. This is the top of the market. Not this, but 9.8 A++s. Where I'm getting at, why wouldn't they treat their vintage or any trading cards the same way? That above the 9.0 scale, I wonder why they went away from that. Maybe that assigning the 9.2, 9.4, 9.6, and then that would make the 9.8 I see like a lot more credible to me. Like the 9.5 is just it's not a 10. I don't know. It's not a round number. 9.8 is not a round number, but follow the same grading scales you're doing with the comics. Similar type media. While after it's slabbed, you're just looking at it. Different nostalgia hit for different people. But the 9.8 at WATA, the 9.8 at CGC for comics is the grails. You don't see 10s unless it's ripped, packed fresh from a case or off the shelf at a comic book and graded as modern. Only modern stuff is generally going to get a 9 or a 10 from CGC or WATA. And similar at VGA, you're not going to get a 100 on your thing unless it's modern, ripped out of a case or whatever. So I think it would be very interesting if they would have treated the trading cards with the same respect as the comics. Obviously, then you got, oh, this is a 9.2 set. Oh, this is a 9.4 set. I just feel like it would be, I don't know, if you can grade a whole comic to that type of numbering scale, you should be able to do a single trading card. Comic books have tons of pages, and it's all going into effect what the grade is. If one page is ripped or one page is creased wrong or something like that, it'll dock the price or the grade. And it would have been really cool, I think, to see that And then maybe would have got more respect. Okay, if you actually get a 10, that's insane. Like, it doesn't exist. It doesn't. Which, it literally, they're using that scale and they're like rounding down essentially. Okay, it's not the Grail. It's not a 10. So we're going to give it a 9.5, which doesn't sound as cool as a 9.8 because a 9.8 is a lot closer to a 10. So it's kind of wonky. I really would have liked to have seen it. That would have been really cool. Because then you can get a 9.8 set and it would look and match the comics and your WATA cases. But now we're stuck with a bunch of 8.5s, which I understand. Below 9, you can get to the 0.5s because nobody cares. 8.5s are crap. They're basically just, they're not 9s. You might as well crack them, resub them, probably get a 9, or you'll get another 8.5, crack it, resub it if it's worth it. But man, I think it would have been really cool. Let me know down below what you think. Obviously, you would have a bunch of different grades, but that would be a huge, like, especially for vintage cards. A 9.2 Charizard, 9.4, 9.6, 9.8. All these different grades would be really cool because then the 9.8 I think would stand out a lot higher than a 9.5 would. Just because of what we've come to know with CGC Comics and WATA, just it's ingrained into our brains that these are the 10s. A 9.8 at WATA and the 9.8 at CGC Comics is basically pristine, top of the line condition, which is basically a CGC 9.5. It just doesn't say 9.8, so it doesn't look as good. It's not as close to 10 as a 9.8. Let me know what you think. I was just thinking about that while I was driving the other day. I'm like, man, that would have been pretty cool if they would have copied it to the same scale. That would have been way different from every other grading company. And I do like the thought of treating it like other media. It is a media itself. So let me know down below. Would you think that would be annoying? Do the 0.2 scale above 9.0 or just keep it the round 9.5, 10 crap? So y'all have a good one. That's rants over. I didn't get much shipping done. I got one more to do. So have a good one. Peace.